Have you ever wondered how the knight would play as himself in Dead by Daylight? Well, look no further. I found out how. Hello everybody, Vigo'sShadow here, and welcome to the Killer Murder Methods. A guide how to play exactly like how the killer would in the entity's realm. In today's episode, we'll be playing as Tarhos Kovacs, or however you pronounce his name. I'll be going over their power, the type of killer they are, their perks, and lastly what they prioritize in order to play just like how they would. Alright, first let's go over the knight's power here, and we have Guardia Compagnia. With the knight alone is a terrifying monster on the battlefield, but with his loyal guards, he is nearly unstoppable. Together, the Guardia Compagnia fights for their own freedom, killing anyone who gets in their way. The special ability is a guard summon. Tap the power button to activate guard summon mode. Once activated, move around to create a patrol path. While in guard mode or guard summon mode, you can aim at a generator in progress, a drop pallet, or a breakable wall and tap the attack button. This will summon a guard to damage or special break the selected object. You can also tap the power button or drain the power gauge completely to end the guard summon mode. This will summon a guard who will follow and patrol the created path. The longer the patrol path, the longer the guard's hunt timer will be. There are 3 guards that can be summoned one at a time. The Carnifex, who can damage or special break objects faster, the Assassin, who moves faster during the hunt, and the Jailer, who patrols and hunts longer and is better at detection. Now the knight's special ability, the guard special ability, is going to be called the Hunt. While a guard is patrolling, he can spot and detect survivors. If a survivor is detected, the guard will move to their location, leave a standard leave a standard on the ground and start hunting the survivor for a set amount of time. I think the standard is the flag. I think that's just what they're calling it, I guess. The survivor can escape a guard by unhooking another survivor, grabbing the standard, or surviving until the hunt timer ends. If the survivor is successfully attacked by the guard or the knight, the guard will disappear. When a guard downs a survivor, the knight receives a killer instinct notification. And that pretty much does it for the knight's power. Because of the killer's power, we now know the type of killer they are. I pulled up a reference image to showcase different types of killers, and based on what we know, I think that the knight falls into the control killer category the most. Now, these killers use their power to focus on controlling specific areas of the map, forcing survivors into certain paths. I think that best fits the knight because these guards that you are able to summon out have patrol paths, and they are literally guarding specific areas of the map. And they chase survivors away from objectives like generators, so you can put it on a generator, and now you control that generator because somebody's gonna have to take one of those guards away in order for somebody to do that. So that's why he fits into the control killers category the most. Now it's time to go over the knight's perks to see what else we can gather in order how to play just like how the knight would. So first we're gonna go over this perk called Nowhere to Hide. Whenever you damage a generator for 5 seconds, you see the auras of survivors within 24 meters of you. Out with you, cowards! Show yourself! That's actually pretty funny. For the quote that Tarhos says. So next we have Hex Face the Darkness. Whenever you damage a survivor, they are hexed and a dull totem ignites. Every 25 seconds, other survivors not within your terror radius scream when you see their aura for 2 seconds. When the hexed survivor is downed or becomes healthy, the hex totem is extinguished. I shall make an example of one. These mewling worms will never know peace. Tarhos. Okay, Yeah, notice how there's a little bit of a pattern here. Let's go to the third one now. It's called Hubris. Whenever you are stunned by a survivor, they gain exposed for 30 seconds, cooldown 20 seconds. You have made a grave mistake standing in opposition to me this day, Tarhos. So yeah, just with these perks alone, we can gather that 2 of them have something to do with finding survivors, and this one has something to do with punishing them for stunning you in a chase. So yeah, a lot of seek and finding themes from this killer already. Next, we will delve into what the killer's priorities are. In Dead by Daylight, there are 4 categories. Within these categories, we can see what the killers deem a priority based on their personality within the bio, perks, and dialogue/quotes. I've already combed through a bunch of the lore in other places and found out that this killer's priority mainly focuses on the sacrifice/devout category. Now, this is actually pretty common for a lot of killers. It is killing survivors, sacrifices, and Mori's death over everything else approach, targeting those who have the most hooks preferably. So essentially, yeah, getting people out of the trial. This is reinforced by a lot of things in the bio, but let's go over the fact that he actually fits into he has all of these priorities at one point. So right off the bat, we have a couple things that actually reinforce a chaser/hunting category. We have Nowhere to Hide and Hex Face the Darkness. Both of these perks involve finding survivors and seeking them out. And then we have this line right here. Tarhos Kovacs didn't know much about his childhood, but from what he did remember, he would chase his entire life. That literally is 3 things that force the chaser category, but you're going to see why that the devout category and sacrifice makes more sense. So next category we're going to go into is the brutality, or like the gatekeeper/deviousness category. Now, there's only one thing that reinforces this in the bio here. So to give a little bit of context and not go too deep into the lore, basically the Knight and Vittorio work together. Now, actually, that's kind of crazy. You don't really find it too often where you see the Knight or like the killer and the survivor kind of like coexisting and working together. So Vittorio and the Knight work together to find a stone. I'll go to this part here, yeah. A stone Vittorio called the Lapis Paradisus, for he believed it held secrets to open a gateway to a perfect world beyond good and evil. Now, Vittorio being a pacifist, he didn't want anybody being killed, and Tarhos being a relentless like mercenary at one point, he decided to wait till Vittorio left, and he killed the villagers, disobeyed what Vittorio wanted, and then he retrieved the stone, and he got what he wanted, and then he imprisoned Vittorio in his own dungeon, demanding to know the meaning of the symbols behind the stone, or like the symbols etched in the stone. Now, in this moment where he imprisoned Vittorio, his priority was making sure that he got the secrets and that Vittorio did not leave. So that's where the deviousness/gatekeeper category can fall into play. But that's pretty much the only instance. It was just keeping Vittorio there to know the secrets. Now, the brutality/malicious category comes like pretty much right after that. So when Vittorio refused, Tarhos brutally tortured his friends and relatives and made horrific displays of their body on the streets. So it's making Vittorio suffer. That was his priority in that moment, to obtain that secret, but nothing he did shook Vittorio's resolve. So when these 2 priorities did not work for him, so the gatekeeper category, when the gatekeeper category and the brutality category did not work for him, he had to shift his priority again. So then he went, after that, he seized control of Vittorio's riches, raised a small army, and then he fearlessly marched upon the Guardia Campagna, decimating their barracks, freeing his followers, cutting down his enemies like twigs, and collecting their righteous heads for his growing displays of valor. So yeah, essentially, yeah, he's showcasing these like heads, and this is all about killing them. Like, cutting down his enemy like twigs is not making them suffer. That is like just relentlessly killing for the sake of doing so. So that's where his sacrifice/devout category comes into play the most. That is his main priority. We've seen that gatekeeper and brutality did not work for him, and then we see like kind of like inklings of like hunting/chaser. So I think hunting/chaser is his second most strongest priority, but his main priority is going to be killing enemies. It's just what he's known to do. It's what he knows and what he likes to do. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the bio, the lore, and then the priority. I know it's a lot to take in, but there was a lot to pull from the lore. So we're going to move on to the next part, which is a little bit of recap before we go into our match. Before we play, let's make sure we have some things in order so that we could play just as the knight would. First, we're going to play only using their base kit with no add-ons so that I don't get an advantage. Secondly, we'll be focusing on the priority. The priority is the sacrifice / devout, so we're going to be mainly killing survivors, getting them out of the trial as soon as we can, targeting those who have the most hooks so that we can showcase our ability as a medieval knight by killing these survivors and setting an example. Lastly, we're going to try to utilize all of the base perks here, so Nowhere to Hide, Face the Darkness, and Hubris. We're going to try to get all of them to activate in the trial and utilize them with the knight. So with that being said, I'll see you in the match. Alright, we are on Nostromo Wreckage, Darvaka Deepwood as the knight. So we're going to go ahead and first try to find the survivors. We don't have the Hex Face the Darkness yet because we still need to do some injuries with that. But we're going to try to summon our guards as soon as possible. And we're going to want the jailer right off the bat, so let's go ahead and summon him to patrol right here. Alright, we get Yui right off the bat. So he's chasing Yui over there. We're going to try to cut her off as well. Wow, she actually decided to take the guard damage instead. We're going to go ahead and try to patrol it up here. I don't think she was right there, was she? Oh, she might have escaped him, actually. But not through there. Through a different way. Okay, now we have Hex Face the Darkness, so we know where to summon our guards next. So let's go ahead and put the jailer right here. Alright, Nancy is getting chased now. Alright, yeah, that's going to slow him down a little bit. Yeah, she's going to go the long way around, so we're going to go ahead and hit her right here, and then we're going to use the assassin to kind of close up the distance here. Alright, yep, nice. We still get the assassin on her. Okay, we got to just try to cut her off. Constantly chasing the one we need. We're losing a lot of gens, I think, and time, but that's alright. As long as we try to focus our kills. I think she could have took that pallet if she really wanted to. Okay, we're going to go ahead and finally pick her up. They cleansed that totem, so we only got one usage out of it, but hey, that's alright. Okay, we can use Hex Face, or not Hex Face the Darkness. It's Nowhere to Hide now, so see if anybody's nearby. So let's see here. Let's just summon this. Okay, they knew we were going for the summon. Okay, let's see. Okay, we're going to summon him right there. Oh, wow. They still don't catch him. Okay, I see him already crouching around here. Alright, there we go. We got Benia. They're doing really good evading them. Alright, okay, we got Nia now. Alright, let's just have our guard go for them while we still maintain our pressure on this hook here. Oh wait, whoops, we can't just cut it off like that. Alright, we gotta get away from that hook before she's able to fully go for that. Okay, they rescue her. Oh, we did get Gabriel, he was right there. Alright, we're gonna take advantage of this Nancy's just standing still. Oh, wow, Gabriel actually got hit. But we're going to be, even though that was a pretty nasty play, we're still going to be mainly focusing on trying to get them out and kill them. The knight would show no mercy. Okay, let's see here. Oh, wow. Wait, what? That shouldn't have been even possible. Oh my god, that was a bug. Oh, I didn't even know what happened there. I'm gonna leave that in. Alright, let's just have the... I was gonna have the Carnifex just slam down on the gen, but this gen seems to be progressed a lot too, so let's just try that out. Jeez, where are they? Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and hit this generator and see if... Oh wait, that's already hit. Alright, Nancy got rescued again. Alright. Okay. Nancy's just standing still. I'm just gonna kill her now. That is so cheap, honestly. This guy threw. But like I said, no mercy means no mercy. Okay, there we go. Now we're on Yui. Okay, we have Hubris now. He stunned us, so that actually works in our favor if we're able to get her down. We are not going to even bother summoning the assassin or anything. We want to try to get the value off of Hubris. Okay, let's just keep on moving. There might be a pallet there. Oh, Hubris ends. That's okay though. If we can try to get them to stun us again. Okay, Hubris activates again. Yeah, they didn't know if I was going to actually cut them around. So we might be able to get this to actually activate here. There we go. Down them in the one hit, so nice. We actually got all perks to activate now. So even... Not so much with Hex Face the Darkness, but that's okay. We at least got that to activate one time, and I'm happy with that. Alright, let's see if the mid is being worked on. Okay, let's just have him slam down on that generator. And then we're going to go ahead and stomp this one, because this one was not even stomped. Oh, she had Deliverance. Nice. Okay, let's see if that works. I do not want to go for her because I really do believe that she has Decisive. But she is the one with the most hooks. Alright, she is still around there. Let's just wait for that whole broken status to go away. Alright, we're going to use Hex Nowhere to hide, even though I just seen them on my left. Okay, we know where to use this. Alright, let's try it up there. Yep, I knew that's where she was going. Alright, we're going to follow loosely behind our guard. She's going to take the window. Oh, wait, she's not going to take the window. Wow. Alright, they get another generator done too, Wall. Okay, I didn't really need Hubris here, but we can go ahead and break that one. Nice, that was actually a pretty good combo. Okay, let's go ahead and double back here. I don't think she's got a window to play around. There we go. Alright, we caught her now. Let's go ahead and pick her up and then give her the good old hook, and then we could try to find Yui next. They're doing really good with hiding around. Yeah, and doing gens, so they're making the most of it. So now we're going to try to see if we could find him. Because I do believe... Okay, I've seen some scratch marks, so I think they might be around here. I think I've seen more. Oh, yeah, I heard it. Nice. I don't know where she's heading. Okay, she's heading around there, so... Nice. Nice way to juke it. Oh, she had Dead Hard. She wasted on that. Alright, we still get her around this awful... awful loop, because it is... You can really stop him pretty well. Alright, we're going to go ahead and get Yui on this hook. I think she still has Decisive here. We're going to go ahead and stomp this. We now know that Gabriel and Nia are next to each other. I've seen a crow flying there too, so let's just go ahead and summon this. I don't think that catches anything. But at least we have one of our guards patrolling. Oh, wow. They went straight for the hook. Okay, they're probably healing her right now as we speak. Yep, let's go ahead and summon our guard. Red on Yui. She'll go down. Alright, now we're going to go for Gabriel. Oh, dang. Alright, yeah, he knew exactly what I was going for. The hubris strike. Oh, okay. He's got lied too. Alright, let's just do this now. Okay, I wasn't able to actually get him with that because he just barely made it to that pallet. Okay, let's just throw this one way up here. Alright, back on Gabriel. Nice. Alright. We got Nia here. I could have her stun me so that I can get the hubris effect here. Let's try that out. Okay, now she's exposed. I think she's got enough distance on me, though, to where she could probably get another pallet. Or window. What? I thought she went this way. Oh, well. I guess I did lose her. I thought her scratch marks led there. Oh, okay, now I see them back up again. Okay, let's just try to go ahead and summon our guard right here. Use nowhere to... I'm surprised she didn't get detected. Ah, there she is. Okay, that's why. Okay, let's try that now. Yeah, she's dodging him pretty well. There's the other one. Okay, we're going to go ahead and injure her. And she's not going to expect this because we're going to be chasing her. Oh, wow. No, she fled immediately. Wow. Okay, let's just do this because that's a really good loop. Have the jailer break that one, even though it's the jailer. Alright, Carnifex is still on cooldown. They're still running. Go ahead and use this. Alright. Alright, there we go. Oh, we hit Nia. Okay, let's go ahead and use that. Alright, yep. Gabriel only has the one hook. Nice. Alright, I see her now, so we're going to go for that since she's injured. Alright. Now I know Yui is around here somewhere. Oh, wow. He actually got downed. We'll take that hook as well. Nice. Yeah, we'll definitely take that. Both Nia and Yui are now on death hooks, so that's even more perfect. We're going to try not to focus on Gabriel as much. Alright, let's just have the Carnifex slam down on this gen, actually. Oh, wait. Yeah, let's just have them patrol. Let's just work on this gen. Let's see how far this gen is. I know that they're over there, but I'm curious how far they got with it. Oh, nice. We'll take that. Okay, let's try that. Oh, not far enough. Okay, there we go. Now we got the chase started. Really nice movement on her part. Let's just try to cut her off from like this part right here. Wow, actually really nice movement here. Let's see if I could summon the assassin and get her one more time. She went left instead of straight. Damn, nice. Okay, she went out, I believe. Yep, there we go. Alright, we gotta focus on this gen, though. We could try to cut her off, like, right here. Yeah, let's just try to cut her off right at this point. The same loop that's plagued her. Oh, damn. Dead hard. Alright, let's use the Carnifex to slam on this gen. Really nice plays by her, actually. Okay. I missed that. Oh, wow. No, I didn't. Yeah, they had well over enough time to do that gen, for sure. Huey led us on a pretty good chase. In a normal match, I would have definitely lost. But we're going for kills, so it's exactly the way the knight would play. Okay, they did a good job at least progressing this a little bit, down to like maybe 75. Okay. I don't think he's picked up that we have nowhere to hide yet. Okay, yep, he gets hit by the guard. Okay, Nia actually went in our crossfire. We'll keep him injured, that's fine. Now we're going for her. We'll wait till she kind of settles on a loop and then go for the assassin. Actually, we might get her down actually before that even happens. All right. We now know that Gabriel's injured, so we'll take full advantage of that. Kill Nia. We got 3 kills. We're satisfied. We don't necessarily need Gabriel's last kill, but hey, it's gonna be more stylish for us if we do. Okay, we found the hatch. Nice. Go ahead and close that. We will not show mercy still. Because these exit gates are actually quite far away. Oh wait, he got out? Did he get out through a gate or a key? I'm wondering now. Yeah, let's just talk about this match real quick. It might have been far enough to where I couldn't see the lights even as well. But either way, we got each one of these perks to activate in the trial. We had nowhere to hide. Activate quite a few times, giving us a lot of information on survivors that are hiding around. Face the Darkness, we got a little bit of value in the beginning to know where the specific gens that they were on. And then Hubris, we were able to activate that, I think, twice and get value off of the Exposed. So, yeah, either way, that is how you play the Knight, or Tarhos, in Dead by Daylight. Thanks for watching. Vigo, signing off.